All right, guys, we'll be on the go here. Closer look at some of this red Coconino sandstone up through here. Up here, that's out to the front right there. That's part of the road there that brings you up here if you wanted to drive up. Like I say, it's probably about a 3-hour drive anyway, one way up here if you bring your car. You do the tour bus up here, that's kind of a long day. I think they tell you 12 to 14 hours, you know, from the time they pick you up, time they drop you off. But hey, you know, it's cool to come and see the Grand Canyon any way you can come and see it.
So long. Did you really think I'd do you wrong? Did it when I let you go? Thought you'd realize I would know. I would show.
That little camper down here to the front left, you know, About 6 weeks ago, I watched the guy bring it in here. It took him like all day to get it set in there and set up and all that. And I haven't seen anybody there since. They I don't know, they brought it in and then like they just abandoned it there. You guys ever see that show Breaking Bad? Yeah. Not saying that's what they're doing there, but a little suspect. Yeah. I was thinking about the timing on that. Maybe, I don't know, I brought it in here 6 weeks ago. You know, it's about when school started. So maybe the guy's teaching science class. He'll be back up here when he gets a break.
Yes, that's all I have to say. Set the feeling, just grow stronger every day. Just one thing before I go. Take good care, baby, let me know. Let it flow. Special love you have for me. It's in here.
Guys, get another look at Beefview out here, this little town out here in the middle of nowhere. You know, we have a lot of these, though, out west. You get west of the Mississippi River, you know, here in the United States, and a lot of these states out this way have a lot of empty space in them, so, you know, a lot of smaller towns, smaller communities. Now, we have some big cities out west, too, but a lot of people out there, they don't want to live around the city, so they'll live in places like this.
All my friends are small town. My parents live in the same small town. That job is a small town. Where there's little opportunity. Educated in a small town. Taught to fear Jesus in a small town. Used to daydream in that small town. Another foreign romantic, that's me. But I've seen it all in a small town. Had myself a ball in a small town. Met an LA down right to this small town. A small town, just like me. Though I can't forget where it is that I come from. And I can think of people who love me. Yeah, I can be myself in
This little ridge line up here in front of us, you'll see that there's a lot of little roads and trails and stuff out in it. And a lot of them go to some old mines, old mine shafts and stuff out here. Of course, all these little ridge lines out through here, as far as you can see, they're all loaded with old mines. This part of Arizona, you know, they actually pulled a lot of gold out of this part of the state. You know, back in the day, there's not a lot of mining nowadays. A little bit, you know, people still kind of do it as a hobby. You know, they'll come out here on the weekends and maybe do a little panning or searching around with their metal detectors and stuff.
Got nothing against the big town. Still hate to see enough to say, look who's in the big town. But my bed is in a small town. Oh, that's good enough for me. I was born in a small town, and I can breathe in a small town. Gonna die in a small town. Oh, that's probably where they bury me.
drive through some of these ridges out here. I checked out most of those up the higher ground up there throughout the day, but we'll check out this lower part down here. Sometimes we'll see those desert bighorn sheep out here. You know, they hang out on these ridge lines. They blend into this terrain out here so darn good, though. If you can get them to move, you know, spook them and get them to run, you might be able to see them that way. You know, your eye will pick up the movement, but those things just stand. Winter time out here. Yeah, January, February time frame. Usually we'll get a pretty good little migration of bald eagles down here. They come down from, you know, up north, and they'll come and hang around the lake here for a month or two. You know, they fish the heck out of this thing too. Those bald eagles are really good fishermen. Every time you see one out flying, you know, you have a fish.
The windshield wipers in the driving lane. I'll be crossing Rocky Mountains in the morning. And it's one too many lonely nights when the highway comes to be a whale of life. Seems like about the time I'm getting there, I'm going. Hear that Peterbilt whine down the solid white line. Make no money if I don't make it there on time. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, wind it up until I'm on. I've got 14 years to get you back in my arms.
And another look at Temple Bar down there. Right, it's a really a pretty good sized mobile home park out here. Drove out here about, it's been almost 3 years ago, you know, just kind of check it out and see what was all down there. Down in the restaurant down there, I was talking to the gal that had worked down there for maybe 15 years, and she said that most of these mobile homes are owned by, you know, people from up north, you know, the northern states. Even some Canadians own some of these things. And they only come down here in the winter, you know, we have real mild weather here in the wintertime, so kind of a cool thing to do, you know, you leave up north when it gets cold and you don't go back till it warms up a little bit.
Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, wind it up until I'm home. I've got 14 years to get you back in my arms. To watch the sunset on the west Arizona sky, to feel the cold wind on the cold Paso night. Hear that Peterbilt whine down the solid white line. Don't make no money if I don't make it.
Yeah, we get out here along the water in the lake, go along the shoreline there. A couple things, you know, you can look down in the water there. It's pretty clear, clean stuff. They actually do a little scuba diving out here in Lake Mead. Good enough visibility for them to do that. Now we want to kind of look around where we go here too and see if we can find some wild donkeys. There's a lot of wild donkeys out here. And they're here because the miners, you know, the miners that mined this part of the country a long time ago, they used a lot of donkeys. And a lot of the guys, when they finished up mining, they didn't need the donkeys anymore, so they just turned them loose. They let them go out here. Those things, they've survived and reproduced, you know, generation after generation, so there's still a bunch of them. A lot of this lighter colored ground out here in front of us, you know, a bunch of this stuff was actually underwater back when the lake was full, you know, of course, it's been a long time ago. 1999, I believe, was the last year the lake was completely full. So it's been a while, but, you know, it'll fill in again here one of these days, you know, everything's a cycle. And there's still the same number of water molecules on the planet as there always has been. You know, they don't go anywhere. They just move around a lot. Campers out here. Long ways down here. You know, you leave the main highway and it's 30 miles down here. You got some cows or something right down here. Yeah, bull. There's a donkey. There's a couple of donkeys right there. Walking right here. One there, one there, one there. Yeah. lots of trails out here. Yeah, it's funny, those donkeys, you know, there's days you'll see 40, 50 donkeys out here, and then the next day you don't hardly see any. So I don't know where they go. They obviously got some good hiding spots out here. Well, guys, we get on top of this ridge line out here in front of us. Look out across this big lava flow here to the right when we get on top. And it is kind of pretty, actually. A lot of different colors. And some real rugged terrain out there, too. And then once we get on top, I think we might be able to see down into Vegas once we get on top up here. And we're going to be about 40 miles from the Strip. So you can see those buildings, kind of give you an idea how big they are when you see them this far away.
So we live out in our old van, travel all across this land, me and you. And we'll end up hand in hand, somewhere down on the sand, just me and you. Just as free, free as we'll ever be.
You look out across here to the right, you can see all the different colors, see the Narrows down there, little channel of water. Connects the lake.
Free as we'll ever be.
If you look over the ridge line straight ahead, it's getting a little hazy way out there, but you can see the silhouettes of some of the big casinos out there.
Travel till the city lights dissolve into a country sky, just me and you. Lay underneath the harvest moon, do all the things that lovers do, just me and you. Just as free.
Actually got quite a few boats out on the lake this weekend. Not like the summertime, you know. Before Labor Day, geez, it gets real busy out here on the weekends because, of course, it's really hot. And that's a good place to go down there to beat the heat a little bit.
Free as we'll ever be, and ever be.
Big marina across the lake over there to the right, that's Colville, and that's a real busy place, especially in the summer. They rent everything from jet skis to houseboats over there. Hey guys, we'll be back in Nevada here just shortly. Once we get over the water here in front of us, just before we get to that little island out there, we'll cross over the old riverbed right there. So that's the border between Nevada and Arizona out here to the left. So we've been in Arizona pretty much the whole flight.
Just as free. So we live out in our old van, travel all across this land, me and you.
Hey, you guys get a good look at the volcano again there to the left. You know, the big lava flow that goes from that thing down that basin out there to the front left. They call it the Black Canyon. And the Colorado River runs through, oh gosh, probably 20, 25 miles of that lava flow out there. Do a lot of kayak trips, raft trips, stuff like that down through there. The river runs through a whole bunch of that.
Ventura High. crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry, boy, but I'm witnessed by purple rain. Oh, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than.
Get another look at Vegas out there. Got a lot of urban sprawl. I mean, of course, there's Henderson and Summerlin, Paradise. I don't know. There's several different little towns actually out there, but that's all Vegas, I guess. Like, you know, people who live around London, they don't ever tell me, you know, the name of the little town. They just say London because nobody knows where the little towns are.
Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the move. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, gotta let the music play. What the people need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do if you know how. Gotta get a message, get it all through. Lord, I'm never gonna ask why.
All these basins, you know, we have down here in southern Nevada, a lot of them have a lot of solar panels in them. The one here just south of Boulder City has like 3 different solar farms out there. We get, I don't know, 300 plus days a year, you know, pretty good sunshiny weather down here in this part of the state. So good place for solar farms.
Well, I know you know better everything I say. Meet me in the country for a day. We'll be happy and we'll dance, Lord. We'll dance the blues away. If I'm feeling good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing we can do but say. Feeling good, feeling fine. Oh, baby, let the music play. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. All the time. Like a lazy
Well, guys, we're going to be on the ground down here in a couple, 3 minutes. Once we get shut down there, they'll have somebody come out, and they'll escort everybody, you know, back into the lobby area there. And they'll get you guys something, you know, to drink in there, too, before you head back to Las Vegas for the rest of the evening.
stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Alright guys, we're going to let this thing cool off here, let the other helicopter land here, then we'll be shut down. We'll get you guys out here, get everybody's feet on the ground, get your land legs back. Everybody feeling okay? Alright. Well, the food must have been okay, everybody held it down. You didn't circle around looking at the donkeys.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.